Sell the dream and build the team. Hey, capital choice of discussion here with M.L. Williams and Bill Haight, two of our key leaders. We're so excited to be doing this. Chapter 3 in Selling the Dream and Building the Team. We've talked in Chapter 1 about our business model. We talked about the uniqueness of having a building business model. In Chapter 2, we talked about prospecting, third-party referral, being in the right market, centers of influence, all those kinds of things. So, if you don't prospect, you're not going anywhere. Period. End of discussion. Okay. Number 3 now, Chapter 3. All right, we've gotten all that stuff done now. We've learned how to prospect. Recruiting. Now Chapter 3 is recruiting. Why do we recruit? Who are we going to recruit? And how are we going to do it? How do we sell the dream? Because if we don't bring somebody in, and so often I hear, so often people say, well, I don't want to offer the opportunity, until I just don't want to offer. I don't want to talk about the opportunity because, this client I just sold, just made a client. They wouldn't be interested. They're not going to do this. I know they're not. Hey, this guy already makes a lot of money. He's not. But they didn't ask the question: are you happy? Are you happy with what you do? Are you happy doing it for the rest of your working life? Are you totally satisfied? Have you got everything you want? Have you lost your dream? Anyway, so I'm going to turn it over to you guys now. Why? Again, let's go back to why recruit.
Well, when we talk about capital choice and selling the dream, we don't know what somebody's dream is till we ask them. And when was the last time you dreamed? What do you want and how do you expect to get there? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Capital Choice has an opportunity to help you build an agency by talking to everyone, asking them the question, just because somebody makes a lot of money doesn't necessarily mean they're educated on how money works. You provide that education, you may make them not only a client, but they may decide to come join you in Capital Choice to build their agency because you don't know that they're happy. They may not be. I have a physical therapist that wants to get out of the business because his hands hurt all the time because what he does, he's entertaining and I think he'll come on board Capital Choice because he sees the bigger picture, where he wants to be 5 and 10 and 15 years from now. If you own your own agency, you can do that. So you have to talk to everybody and find out what their dreams are and what their goals are and how they expect to get them.
Great. Well put. And again, it goes right back to what you just said, asking questions, exploratory questions. As you mentioned your physical therapist, they could be making great money, but do they have time? Can they get their time back? Time is limited. It's finite. We only have so much of it. And here at Capital Choice, we're able to share with them how they can get their time back to spend more time with their family, to do the things that they've wanted to do. Again, going back to selling that dream. If I can give you a chance to get more time with your family, is there any reason why you wouldn't at least sit down and talk about the possibilities that may exist? That, to me, is an exploratory question. It's a yes or no. And from there, we're able to find out exactly where they are. And it's simple, Dick. What we do is simple. It's not hard. It's not rocket science.
And I've seen over and over the years, I've seen people say, well, I'm just, I don't want to ask this person about, I don't want to show them the opportunity, and what we've tried to teach people over the years is, look, okay, you're now a satisfied client. Do you appreciate everything you learned?
Yes.
Do you feel like there are people that could also benefit from the kinds of things that we've done, from the educational process? Wow. And we're trying to explain, hey, I'm expanding my business right now, and you may not be interested in it, but who do you know?
Yes.
Who do you know that may need a part-time income right now? Who do you know that's dissatisfied with what they do? Well, who do you know? Yes. So and sometimes it's, well, how about me?
Well, that's a teaching moment, what you just did, Dick, because what you did, you pitched it past the person. You pitched it past me. You didn't, and I felt, no pressure, so to speak. So it's like, oh, he's not interested in trying to get me, but, I do know a couple people who fit that bill. who would be interested in taking a look at the business, and let me give you their name. So pitching it past people relieves them of the pressure of thinking that, oh my God, this is going to go on forever until I say yes. But no, it's not. We're asking exploratory questions to find out where people's dreams are, and more importantly, if they're still dreaming. Because so many people have the dream beat out of them, literally beat out of them. So what are we? We're dream restorers. Simple questions that we can help you restore your dream. Restore your dream and belief in the fact that America is still the greatest country in the world that offers the greatest freedom with entrepreneurship that has ever been invented through capital choice.
When you're going to run into people that have objections, and they do, and because they're concerned that although they're clients, they don't necessarily want to do the business, but they were a little reluctant to give referrals. And I said, I'll tell you what, there are people you love and care about. We go together. Why don't you come with me to make sure that I'm telling them the same thing I told you, because you're happy with what we did for you, aren't you?
That's the key.
So why don't you come with me and explore that? They're much more likely to give you referrals if they're going to go with you. And all of a sudden, once they see how you operate with someone else other than them, they're excited and excited about the possibilities.
Good point.
And then you do the third party referral system with everyone you meet, because your obligation as a leader is to help them build their agency.
That's exactly right.
You want to show them where they can go, and you're going to help recruit people for them.
That's exactly.
While you're out there in their warm market.
Exactly. That's the key. When you bring someone in, it is your responsibility to go out there and help them and put them in the field with them. We're going to talk about that next time, next chapter. But to get out there with them one way or another and make sure that they understand what we do and that it works for everybody. Not everybody's going to buy. Not everybody's going to be recruited. But what we do and the way we do it through our educational process, we never hurt anybody.
Never.
We never hurt anybody. Nobody, we're not out there peddling a product, we're not out there. Now, I've seen the other thing is that I think that a recruit, whether it's an existing client or whether it's a referral or whatever it may happen to be, too many people and I go back to my quote unquote mass recruiting companies again. Okay, first thing they're going to try to do is recruit you. The first thing, okay. Oh boy, you make all this money. Wrong. The first thing we do with anybody is show them what we do.
Exactly.
Education.
Exactly.
Okay. There's an old saying, and it's absolutely true. If you want to build a team, you don't go recruiting, and you don't go selling. You recruit and sell as you go.
That's right.
So everybody you talk to should get to see what we do.
Exactly.
First.
Foremost. That's right.
And then it's who do you know, and hey, let me show you what this could do for you.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean, this business is built on belief, belief systems too, I mean, once we show people exactly what it is that we do, just piggybacking on what you're saying, Dick, then the belief kicks in. And once that belief kicks in, there's nothing that can stop a person that wants to win.
Yeah, because everybody has been solicited.
That's right.
Everybody's been solicited through the mail, through the emails, through on social media. Everybody's been solicited for something.
Yes, sir.
Over and over and over and over again. And, the difference between, the difference is that our quote unquote solicitation is what we do for people.
That's right.
It's going out there, what we do, doing the right thing with term life insurance, right, and debt reduction, and money 101,
Right.
And boy, when we show folks that, it's a different deal.
It is.
It's a totally different thing. I mean, how many requests do you get on a weekly basis for this or this or this or this or this or this?
Unlimited.
God almighty, I mean,
The biggest advantage through our educational process is showing people things they hadn't thought about.
Yeah.
The rule of 72.
Haven't been taught.
Where's the safest place for my money? In the bank, because that's what I was taught.
Yeah.
well, here's what the bank does. Let me show you how the rule of 72 works. And they go, wow, I didn't know that.
I didn't have any idea.
And then you take them from there. But education is the key to our entire business system. Show them what we do, how we do it, how could it affect them, how could it help them build their dreams, and then other people doing the same thing.
And while we're on that vein, you know, when you talk about education, the rule of 72, again, that's personal for me because I really believe that the rule of 72 should have been taught in all public schools by the 7th grade. But we all know why it wasn't. But the key here is that we do. And we bring that information, and it is eye-opening, eye-popping, and life-changing. Literally, just that one piece there that leads into everything else that we do. It's just exciting. I'm getting excited thinking about it.
So again, you know, I go back to the dream. And that's why we call this, hey, sell the dream and build the team, because you have just mentioned a while ago, and I've seen this thousands of times in my business life, which is longer than most, you know, but nonetheless, you know, when we're kids, when children dream. It's a natural thing for children. They dream, well, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, you know, oh boy, I'm gonna be a prima ballerina, or you know, I'm gonna be a first baseman for the Cubs, or you know, whatever, or whatever it may happen to be, or this or that. But boy, we grow up, right, and we get out there in the real world, and our you mentioned it, and I'll say Bill the same thing. Dreams get beat out of us. I mean, you know, we get into this rut, man. We're making a living, we're scraping by, we got the waters right here, you know, but we're making it. I don't have a dream. I don't have time to dream anymore, right? I don't have the money to dream.
That's right.
Wonderful. I don't have the way to dream. Yeah, so it's amazing, and I've seen, you know, a dream is what will motivate people over time.
Absolutely.
If they really have a dream about what they want to do for their life. I mean, you're an example, I'm an example. I mean, none of us at this table, and virtually anybody else in Capital Choice, did not think when we were in elementary school, high school, even in college, we'd be doing what we're doing today.
No, not at all.
Nobody.
Not at all.
Not even close, right?
Not even close.
You know, I mean, I wasn't supposed to accomplish anything in life to speak of, you know.
I already spoke on
it.
Chapter 1. I wasn't. I mean, just wasn't. But like you just
And
said,
most
Jay,
people are the same way now. They're, you know, they're 30, 35 years old, 38, right? And you know, man, I'm just kind of beat.
Yeah, I mean, dreams are beat out of us.
They're just
it's
gone.
for the purpose of other people to live their dreams.
So so I believe a real key is just what y'all are talking about. You know, if you Bill, like you said, if you could see your future 5 years down the road, financially I'm talking about, your family, your finances, you know, so on and so forth, 10 years down the road, what would it look like? What would it look like? What would you like to accomplish? Would you like to be in a place to where you could write a, you know, $2,000 check for something for your family and not even think about it? Would you like to be in a place to where you could support your church, your charity, your civic organizations, you know, would you like to be in a place to where, you know, you could be a check writer? Would you like to be in a place to where, you know, you've established a real financial legacy for your family, for your kids?
Yes.
Would you? Is that a dream?
Absolutely.
Well, one of the things I ask people all the time, do you worry about money? Yes, I worry about money. You want to get to the place in your dreams where you don't have to worry about money? You don't have to worry that the mortgage or the rent is going to be covered, or that there's groceries in the cabinet, and not worry about it. That's kind of the key to our financial education, is teaching people to get themselves in a position so they don't have to worry. And the way you help get to your dreams is help other people get to their dreams.
Perfectly put, Bill. Perfectly put. It's like the old one where you know, the old one is, hey, would you like to be able to go to the restaurant and look at the left-hand side of the menu for what you want instead of the right-hand side of the menu for what it costs? Yeah.
that's right.
And again, that's financial education 101.
Dream again. Sell the dream. So recruiting, again, how?
Talk to everybody.
Open your mouth.
Open your mouth. That old OPYM. Open your mouth.
good things will come out of it, you know.
The one thing I did learn in college is an old Latin saying of carpe diem, seize the opportunity. Every time you get in front of somebody, you can seize that opportunity if you're willing to step out of your comfort
That's
zone
right.
to talk about capital
That's
choice
right.
and how great it is.
Now, yeah, are we talking about work? Are we talking about absolute,
Yeah.
get up and do something?
Yes, sir. Hard work.
I've always said, hey, one of the easiest ways to measure the difference between a winner and a loser is how much time there's been distance between the butt and the couch. and the winners have a whole lot less of it than the losers do.
Looking at everything that we're discussing, bottom line is all going to be packaged into hard work. I mean, W-O-R-K. But it's not the kind of work that most people are considered hard work from a general standpoint of digging a ditch or, staying away from their families on an oil rig up in Alaska somewhere. The bottom line is that the hard work is going to come straight from you getting up off your couch, going to go visit your neighbor, going to go visit your cousin, your family member, and eventually your third-party referral system kicks in and you're going to expand that work. But the bottom line for me is that it's the easiest hard work I've ever done in my entire life. Making friends, building relationships is now my new occupation, and Capital Choice allows that.
And the great thing about it is, people talk about work and how much do I make an hour, and they worry about those things.
Yes.
This is about selling the dream, doing the right things, and the compensation comes later.
Yes.
It has always come. I've been here since 1999, and never, ever, ever had a problem getting paid by doing the right thing. And that's an important aspect of it.
Yes, it is.
So work equals rewards,
That's right.
and the rewards are doing the right thing for somebody, and the money comes.
And also builds on your efforts. The hard work and the money is based on your efforts. So
That's
it's
right.
not, you worrying about whether or not your supervisor is going to like you or anything of that nature. Your hard work is going to be rewarded based on your efforts. And I love that part of it.
Nobody can keep a time clock on you.
No, sir.
Nobody can keep a time clock on you. Nobody can tell you can't, we're going to cut your hours. Nobody's going to say, we're having trouble right now. We're going to have to lay you off.
Well, what about this one, Dick? Performance appraisal. That rolls up every year, right? Well, we're going to reduce your income because your performance wasn't right. Now sign this. I mean, it's just demeaning when you think about the people that we rescue out of that.
Well, the flip side of that is time. Oh, by the way, you're working this Saturday.
Ooh.
But it's my kid's birthday. No, you're
cares,
working
right.
this Saturday.
Yeah.
We rescue people by showing them a different way to achieve their dreams.
And out of that kind of work.
And out of that kind of work, where you're your own boss.
Come on.
I will tell you,
Come on.
having been in this business a long time, I'm the toughest boss I ever had.
Wow. Sam,
Because
so am
you
I.
have to push yourself to do the right thing.
myself.
Get up off the couch, go
right.
meet that person, take the opportunity to give them their dreams back.
That's right. But the other side of that work is, if you do have a child who has a game, you don't have to call in. You can literally check with yourself and say, I'm going to my
I
child.
can schedule that.
I can do that.
Yeah, I can do that.
Good week. I can do that.
It's kind of called freedom.
Wow.
It's a little bit of good, kind of called freedom. You can take your freedom back.
Wow.
Your personal freedom back with Capital Choice. You can own your time instead of someone else owning your time.
That's right.
And it's sort of like buying your time back. When I was part-time, I was out there doing the hard work. I'm burning the midnight oil a little bit because I got a full-time nightmare, but I got a part-time dream developing. And I'm thinking, my goodness, I'm putting it in. But the bottom line is that I was buying my time back from corporate America. They didn't even know it was sneaking up on them. Because within 2.5 years, I walked in with my resignation letter, and now my time was mine. And it was just such a joy and celebration. But the best part about that is that I can show others how to do it. Bill can show others how to do it. So it's not like exclusive where we freed ourselves up. We ain't going to go rescue people who need help, right?
And one of the things that's important to understand is you may meet someone who loves their job, whatever it is.
That's another great point.
Capital Choice can be a part-time opportunity to augment your dreams, to help you get to your dreams on a part-time basis.
That's a
We
great point.
love part-time people.
Yes.
They are the essence of our business because they want to get bigger. They want to do more things. We're going to show them how, while they're still working, I don't care what they do, but they can do capital choice on the side. They call it the side hustle.
Yeah.
Without any risk,
Without
without
any
any huge expensive money, but doing the right things with the right attitude. Keep your day job if that's what you want, or your night job. But take a look at this from the standpoint of reaching the goals that you never thought you'd reach in your job.
And along with that, Bill, we have people in our company who have become financially independent part-time, keeping their full-time jobs, saving their part-time earnings. Based on the education that we've shared, they're now doing the right things with their money, and they become financially independent, and they never quit their full-time job.
Yeah, we just had a gentleman.
A lot of magic. Yes,
We
sir.
just had a gentleman who worked 17 years at his job, part-time 17 years capital choice, finally went full-time, doubled his income, but he was making a good income part-time while he was here for those 17 years.
There are people that love what they do, and they can stay part-time, but we've had a number of them over the years. So again, who do we recruit? Number one, it's got to be somebody that understands what we do and gets excited about it.
Right.
Number one. Oh my goodness, I didn't know that. Like we were talking about a while ago, Rule of 72. Why term life insurance? How much of it to have? Now, how to set up your own plan to reduce debt and get yourself out of your dadgum credit card debt and all that kind of mess going on right now. Somebody that's, oh my goodness, okay, this is good. This is not selling life insurance.
Exactly.
You know, I tell people all the time, we're not in the life insurance business, we're not in the annuity business, we're not in the securities business, we're in the people business.
That's right. Helping people.
And the greatest thing about that is Capital Choice, the company has provided a numerous amount of tools to help you help people.
All along
so
the way.
you don't have to reinvent anything. It's there for you. You just have to take advantage of it, go out and talk to people, and then use those tools.
And what's funny is that it's free. It's complimentary. I mean, we literally have a roadmap to get people in the position of financial independence, and it's free. It doesn't cost them anything but time. And I'm thinking like, wow, why isn't there lines outside this door right now, beating on the door, right? The reason why is because we haven't talked to enough people yet, but the news stays the same, and it's good.
Number one, believe in what we do. Number two, go prospect. Number three, recruit the right people.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's a simple phrase. Who do you know?
Yeah, that's right.
Who do you know? All right, wrapping up chapter 3 on recruiting. Okay, here we go. I hope this one has been helpful for everybody out there as well. I'm going to start chapter 4 here in just a minute.